Funding is provided by a grant from New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District with a local office in Olean. Funding is provided by a grant from Absolute Care of Westfield, committed to returning the favor to those who spent a lifetime caring for others. Absolute Care is located at 26 Cass Street in Westfield. Dave Cass and Rick Newell provide funding on behalf of the Lakeview Hotel and Restaurant at the docks, located on Water Street near the lake in Mayville. From the Access Channel 5 television studio in Mayville, it's Senior Report with Reed Powers. Join us live Saturday mornings between 9 and 10 a.m. in Fredonia, Mayville, and Silver Creek. Call in and share a thought or wish someone a happy birthday with Chautauqua County's only live on-air senior program. Reed continues in his 15th year with interesting guests expressing their viewpoints and informing the community on a variety of subjects. Here's the host of the show, Reed Powers.
And good morning. What a beautiful day it is here in Chautauqua County. The sun is beaming down. Notice a little change in the trees and a little bit of frost in the evenings. It's getting cool. And Mayville is it's glorious. We're up here in Mayville out of our brand new studio, which was almost single-handedly put together by Chuck Kelsey and Devin Taylor, who are part of our crew. And what a place this is. It's a state-of-the-art studio, the most modern one and the most technically advanced studio in the state of New York for Access Television. And it is beautiful. Come down and visit us any Saturday morning. 9 to 10, we're always here. 8:30 to 10:30 usually, we're here. Take a look. We'll give you a guided tour. Now, I wanted to say happy Saturday to everybody, but I can't really do that because this is a special day of a very sorrowful remembrance, the fall of the Twin Towers in 9/11 in New York City, which killed almost 3,000 of our people. Between that and the airplanes that were hijacked and smashed into the various structures. Question as to whether one went into the Pentagon or not, because all the photos were confiscated by the FBI and they've never been exposed, but they claim it was one of the planes, although they never found the wings or any part of the plane outside, and they picked everything up meticulously just before, and they don't seem to know too much about the plane that went into it. But at any rate, these are some obvious questions. The demolition of the building next to the 7-Eleven is also questionable. It looked just like the explosions going off and it dropped down as though it had been intentionally dynamited. But there are a lot of questions about what happened or why it happened. 19 Saudi Arabians attacked the United States at that time with the money from the Saudi Arabian bin Laden and others. Of course, in reprisal, we attacked Afghanistan, not Saudi Arabia, but the Saudis are very close friends of the Bushes, and so I could see why they would prefer to attack some other Arab country. And of course, then they went into that poor, desolate country of Afghanistan. I mean, nobody's ever beat them there, and it's just costing us billions, trillions. I'm sure it's costing us trillions. They hide the budget. You never really know how much really comes out of our coffers. And we do know that we're getting a lot of coffins back, though. They're killing a lot of our poor boys and girls, the flower of our youth. And this apparently is going to go on forever and ever and ever. The Russians went bankrupt trying to beat them, the mountaineers, and the British almost went bankrupt before they got the heck out. And then way back to the biblical days, they've been trying to take over and civilize the Afghanis, and they've not succeeded. And it's apparently the most corrupt government in the Middle East, our model country, and they produce 90% of the heroin in the world. Hey, lots of fun and games in Afghanistan. We're theoretically closing down our troops in Iraq. But again, there's still going to be 50,000. They're combat ready, but they won't be theoretically doing combat unless they're needed. Let's hope this actually does close down. Obama did sort of infer that he was going to close down the wars in the Middle East, which are just killing our kids and costing us trillions of dollars in money that we don't even have, that our kids will be paying for probably our grandchildren. I just can't understand what is going on with our government. Of course, who's making money? We're losing it, we know, but oh, the arms makers are cleaning up. Boy, they're cleaning up. The rich and powerful arms makers. Oh. Why do we keep the war going? Arms makers. All right, on the state level, things are taxed and taxed and retaxed and retaxed. They're even trying to take taxes from a sovereign country, the Indians tribes, who are sovereign. It's like going down to France and saying, you've got to collect taxes for New York State. At least the federal judges have been holding off on this one because it's totally unconstitutional and against the many years ago the contracts we made with the Indian nations. And you know, they're going to, if they try to collect taxes from them, they're just going to stop traffic and burn tires on the thruway. The thruway goes right through the Indian reservations down in New York, in Seneca area, down in Allegheny State Park area. And they stop traffic there. They're going to put up toll booths, all kinds of things. And if the police get in there, start getting tough with them, they shoot them with their bow and arrows. At least they shoot at them, which is scary enough. No way. Locally, Chautauqua County, we're going to get a tax increase, although Fred Crosscott pointed out it would be very little. He's the chairman of the Chautauqua legislature. He's the guy who runs the show. Andy Goodell is going to be our show. He used to be the county exec, remember? And he's going to be on our show next week. So if you want to see Andy, he's running for the state assembly to take over from Bill Parment. Bill Parment has been many years a very good servant of and they call him the conscience of Albany because he'd get up and say, this is wrong, it's immoral, it's unconstitutional. But since it's only run by three people, the governor, the speaker in the, let's see, what's his name, in the assembly, and the guy who runs the Senate, and you do what they tell you to do or you disappear. So you don't really have much of a vote. Just the speaker or the director or the president or the whatever they call it, whatever their title is, whoever runs it, the assembly. I know it's quite a mess down there. All New Yorkers, you know, all from down in state, Stow County. They never even heard of us. Many of them. They pass all kinds of screwy legislation that's going to harm our people up here in Chautauqua County. Well, let's hope Andy can help out a little bit and be the conscience of the assembly. Or maybe Nancy Barger, who's also running for the same position. Both good people, I might add. All right, enough of that. You know, you see the TV, it's just as annoying as could be. And these horrible wars going on, they really don't mention much about them because they don't want us to think about the money we're spending on arms for this and the dead boys coming home and the craziness and the total lack of success. Somebody leaked the papers. Inside military papers saying we're being killed over here, we're just not winning this war, and they attacked the guy, the messenger who delivered got papers out. What can I say? I'm just a little guy up here in Chautauqua County, as you are. Let's talk about some of our senior groups. We have some beautiful groups out here. And I wanted to mention the Dunkirk Federated. They have a nice, big organization. They have a beautiful place to... You notice I'm not wearing my glasses. Somebody said, oh, yeah. Well, the reason I'm not wearing them is I have new lenses. Yeah, I had eye surgery for cataracts. And I'll tell you, if you have cataracts, don't hesitate a second. It opens the door. It's like you were born again with new eyes. You can see. The colors are there. It's wonderful. And it takes 15 minutes of surgery. It's just nothing. They poke a little tiny hole, go in, and they've got a gadget, and you hear it working in the background in the operating room. It sounds like a Japanese guitar or sitar or something, and it's a sonic gadget that cracks your old lens, which is all shot full of the cataracts and blinding you, and it's all misshapen and everything. So they crack it, and then they flush it out through the little tiny hole, and then they take a collapsible little fold-up lens, a plastic lens, slip it in, and it goes pop, and now you've got a brand new lens, and you can see like you were born. It's incredible. I have a hawk. I have the vision of a hawk now. I can see a tree. I can see 2 blocks down and still read a license plate. It's unbelievable. Get it done immediately. All right. Yeah, I started to say, they have a great club over there, Dunkirk, and it's just, if you want to meet with them, come on over September 21st. That's their next meeting. And September 14th, you could pick up a little earlier. They're having a dinner picnic. Just drop in and say, hey, I want to join. And you will get the whole deal. Betty Korzinowski is doing the dinner, I might add. She's cooking a huge dinner of chicken and potato salad, beans, watermelon dessert, the whole schmear. All right, bingo will be played following the picnic, of course. And it tells us, Dunkirk Federated informs us an anniversary was celebrated September 12th for 64 years. Well, okay, whoever it was. Lakeshore Senior Citizens, they also meet at the Dunkirk Senior Center. What a place it is. Their president is Charlene Hallmark, and she does the job. You had a special guest over there. Gertie Cypher is very well known in the senior circles in Chautauqua County. The tennis prize was won by Agnes, and the refreshment committee for the next meeting, which is September 15th, mark it on your calendar if you're in the area, drop around and say, I want to join you guys, Fredonia crowd. Beatrice Tilley and Jean Zott. You probably know these people. You'll also meet Barbarich and Charlene Hallmark again. Silver Creek, they have 2 clubs over there, very active. The Mount Carmel Club is run by Carm Tempio, whom I'm sure you probably know. You know, I'm reading this without my glasses. I have my cheaters here just in case. But I'm not having any problem, even though when you have eye surgery for cataracts, you get a choice of long distance or short distance. Well, most people take long distance, and then you have to wear these guys to read. So, but I'm reading fine. I do print it in large print, though. Thank you, Dunkirk Observer, I might add. They have a great senior section Friday. At the Silver Creek Club, they're going to have the 55 Safe Drivers course, which is for 50-year-olds. It's run by AARP. Remember, you can join AARP at 50, but they all say 55. It's going to be September 20 and September 21st, 9 to 1. And you get in, you have some coffee, you relax, you watch a few films, you have a question-and-answer period, and you relax with your friends, and then you go, and it's 10% off on your insurance, so don't miss it. You learn a lot of good tricks for driving when you're older. Remember, driving when you're older is very different from when you're young. Your reaction time's slower, for one thing. And in my case, you're more easily confused. The Mount Carmel is having an annual steak roast, incidentally. Don't miss that. If you want to get involved, call 934-3547. Call Marie. They have a lot of trips. Senior groups have great trips. They're going to Seneca, Allegheny. You know where they're going. They don't go down to see the Indian Museum. They go to the gambling casino. They have a huge casino there. And they're also on September 28th, and they're going back on October 26th. You know, if you haven't lost your shirt by then, they'll finish it up. They'll get your shirt. But they do give you, it's $70 a person, and you get $25 in slot dollars and $10 food voucher. So you get more money than you spend on it. But just use your free slot coins. Just use them until they run out, or you win or lose. But don't continue gambling. Get out. Gambling is a losing product. Well, not really a losing product, but there are some people who make money in gambling. Casino owners. They're also planning a trip to Crescent Beach Inn in Rochester, December 6th, for dinner, show, and a display of lights. We have the Sheridan Happy Seniors, and they meet at the John Bosco Hall usually. And the president over there is Evelyn Sutell, and her program chairman is Bob Sutell. And they're talking about the Community Children's Center in Fredonia. It's a new place, and it's really great. It's just terrific. I wanted to say birthdays. Happy birthday to Pat Smith over at Sheridan Happy's and Susie Dorset. Sheridan Happy Seniors have a Happy Senior song, and I want them to come here and sing it someday. We're going to get them over here.